Hey, hi to every freeboard learners again. It's Adrien. I'm here to talk about how to smooth your ride today. In theory, there are three things to have in mind first. One, locked ankles. Two, the repartition of the body weight between both feet. And three, coordination between the instant you rock over the centers and pre-rotation of the upper body to engage a turn. Now that said, it's good to work on a dissociation between the upper body and the lower body so we can make fine adjustments if needed. I like to say we have some stages in the body and each stages can transfer some energy to the lower part to reach the deck to make it turn. The shoulders, the chain of the hips, the knees, and the last stage is the ankles. If you don't use all the body to make your turn, you can do something else with the upper body. You can add some corrections, some counter rotations. We are going now to make an exercise to see if we can isolate the upper body and still trigger some turns. I call this exercise the wooden leg. We are going to make the rear leg dead and use only the front leg to see if we can trigger turns. Rear leg straight, and we're gonna use only the front knee to steer into a turn or the backside one. I use my knee as a steering stick to both rock and engage the turn. And now to check if my upper body is well isolated, I do the same with both hands on the belly button. Both hands on the belly, rear dead leg again, and I use only my knee to steer. My back leg does nothing. You can feel, you can engage the rock with the front only. You have to be precise and you have to be confident with it and keep going into it. Now we are going to work on something different. We are going to try to make the slides of the turn as long as possible. So instead of going in a Z shape of trajectory, we are going to make some S shape. So instead of doing these crossings and turns that makes a Z shape, should go earlier into the slide and keep the slides and keep it and keep slide, long slides. I never stop sliding, I just rock to a slide. So now you can make some S-shaped turns. You can hold the slide each time very long. You're only sliding all the way down. Then make some S turns, but we are going to go from wide to narrow. At the end, it's going to be going straight in the steep line, doing 90 degrees slide both sides. Slide to slide, and then I make it shorter, and I have to push my feet, and counter rotation of the upper body makes it possible to go straight. Try at slow speed, so if you catch an edge, it's not a big deal. Using all the width and making narrower and narrower by adding some counter rotation. And at the end, it's going straight. In another exercise, we're going to check how to go from a slide to center wheeling and from center wheeling to a slide on both sides. Slide each side, center lining. Slide each side, center lining. Slide each side, center lining. Of course, you should make this exercise in a place not too steep. Here it's a bit steep, but the first time you try it, try to find a mellow spot. Center lining, toe side, center lining, toe side, center lining, toe side. It's a very good exercise also to get control on your board. And if you can do it very fast, then you have your ability to do an emergency brake. If you are center lining, and something occurs, you can just go with no trouble into a slide and go back to the center line to cross some shitty pavement, or I don't know. Okay, during the turns now we are going to make some check speed each time, and it requires me to push my back foot into the slide. You dissociate totally the upper body, which stays in the direction you took, and the feet will be able just to make some correction. Do some turns and some check speeds in the turn. So we've seen 5 exercises. The wood leg to be very fine into the triggering of your slide. The second one was the Z to S shape, focused on holding a slide all the way along, triggering the slide and the rock at the exact moment of the trajectory. Then the wide to narrow exercise is good to be able to keep the 90-degree slides. So you have to make some counter rotation. The in and out exercise is much more an exercise of precision, so there's no more rush to get into the turn. You can just go to the straight and then turn, you see. And about the check speed exercise, when you get into a turn and you have too much speed, you'll have to adjust your angle and your speeds. After all these exercises, you should have improved a lot. If you have questions, just let me know. I'll be there for the next tutorial. See you next time. Bye-bye.